On Friday, we don't have a webinar because then it's Christmas Day. And yeah, I hope you had a great weekend, a lovely weekend, and you're prepared for this new trading week. And I'm looking forward to share my ideas with you, to share my thoughts with you, to become successful together. Okay, so let's see. First of all, we stream this show on Zoom the same time on YouTube. So if you watch it on YouTube or maybe later as a recording, you will find a button in the right corner. You can subscribe to the channel, you can give us a like, or you can leave a comment. And also right now, Vladimir, good morning here in the chat. I can see your name, I can see your messages, and on Zoom, of course. So feel free, don't hesitate to ask whatever is in your mind. We can talk about almost everything. So let's let's go to the numbers, and let me share my screen. So here we go, and the chat also open. Okay, great. Hartmut, good morning. Kurt, wonderful, good morning. So let's see. You see, Tuesday, Monday, no numbers today. We are completely free. We can focus on our charts, which is very, very important to listen to the charts, that we can see what we have to do based on our rules and the plan, by the way. This week, we have one webinar on Wednesday. It's from Paul, How to Trade Markets Using 4-Hourly Charts. So you see awesome traders or do trade with 4-hourly charts. Cool stuff on Wednesday, 3 o'clock German time, by the way, so fix it to your own time. And also don't forget to subscribe the channel from Telegram of Admirals, so you can see there was the number that you see get the message that we have the morning briefing show and happy holidays traders for Christmas. So how to use the Heikin Ashi indicator, for example, how experienced traders trade the S&P 500 now, a lot of links. So the team made a lot of effort to feed you with a lot of interesting content, by the way. So you'll find the link now on YouTube and in the Zoom chat also. Okay, of course. And yeah, let's go to the charts. And we start with DAX 10 minutes. You know, I make live trading there too. And we had a great, wonderful last week. So you see 171 points, 120, 140 points. Just follow the rules and let the market decide. We had a couple of losers in between. So, but we were very profitable last week with our DAX trading, just following the charts. A little bit sad that we missed the entry during the night because we saw the trend when the market starts on Friday evening or in the night when the market opens in the future market. So you see, there was the entry in the second trend arm, but it was middle in the night, so I don't trade. But here you see why it's so important, never miss a signal. Yeah, now we miss another profitable trade because you see, if you let the winners run, it's just really, really profitable. So therefore, maybe if you miss one trade, it's not the big deal. But basically, I want to show you with this, you lose money if you choose the wrong time frame for you. So maybe you say, I want to trade an hourly chart. Yeah, then you have two choices. You have less markets that you make sure they don't miss a signal. Yeah, or you have more markets, then you should increase the time frame because you miss too many signals, especially you are a part-time trader and you have a lot of other things to do, like a family stuff or business stuff or whatever. So always think about the law of probability, which I teach very deeply in the logic trading course you get on my homepage with a special discount. If you want to have the discount, there's a special code, send me an email, then you get a special discount of 500-600 euros, I guess. So let's go to the focus charts and we start with the Dow Jones. And in Dow Jones, we had here kind of a little bit a profit because we sold 75% here and we stopped out here. Now we have a new trend, and the new trend is this one. So move, correction, move. By the way, back on track to the point of control. So maybe the next correction is ours, because then it's the second trend arm, and then we have to do this. Let's see when and if this will happen. Yeah, but we have a valid trend right now, and the second entry or the second correction is ours, must be ours, by the way. Let's go to Bitcoin. And there is just nothing, just trailing, and the price circling around the point of control, actually. So there's still nothing to do. It's the main trend is still facing downwards, and maybe I will not wondering myself if the price will go down to this low. I'm not just wondering about that, because sometimes we have big spikes, just news, price, volume, whatever. And after, you know, we made a profitable trade here. And afterwards, the price reached this low in a proper way again, just normal trend. So actually, do we have a downtrend, a new downtrend? No, just the main trend is facing downwards still. So there is nothing to do for us. So DAX 40 in 4-hourly chart. It's, here we go. Yeah, that's my trades, that's the trends. So do we have a new downtrend? No, because that was this trend, and now we have a big trend break. Actually, in DAX 40, there is nothing to do. British pound, US dollar. Yeah, it's now we have a trend, by the way. But it's so unclear, this picture. Let's make it a little bit bigger. It's so unclear. I hate it, by the way. So this was the first one, and then a second one, and then third one. And now we're on the third correction. So, but it was really, really difficult to do this. You can also draw the trend in this way. In this way, move, correction. Yeah. Then there was a close here, and then there was a second trend arm. Now we are on the third one. And here you see, if you trade a second trend arm, how important it is to make partial profits the moment you have closes above the last 0.2, that you feel better, that you have money on your side, and then you can let it go, yeah, and let it run on the other side, because now the price is going down. Yeah, the trend is still valid, but actually it's too much pressure on British pound right now. Dollar is too strong for the moment. So let's go to gold. There is no trend, by the way, because the downtrend is broken, and on the right side, there is no trend for the moment. So just nothing to do in 4-hourly chart. Also in Euro USD, yeah, I set my pending order in case the price will go up, but it will not. So actually I can delete this order. And because it's still the third trend arm. You know, we made a profitable trade in the second one here. Then the price, Mr. Powell sent the price to the south, and then it's still the third trend arm. So this is number 3, point number 2. So trend will break with a close here. You need a close, and it will continue at the point 2 here. So maybe we get kind of balance candles here, but it's really kind of difficult. we have 100% correction 2 times and or twice, it's difficult. So what I am waiting for is a bit of this one. And I see a secondary trend that I have the chance to make an underneath trend which is running in the same direction like the main trend. I will do this. So it's just on my watch list for the moment. Okay, so that's the focus charts. We have a couple of trading ideas and we have our running trades. And running trades are just a kind of mix. But before we come to the running trades, I have a Monday question for you. And my Monday question for you is, what are your trading goals for this week? So we have 2 options. I want to stick to the rules under all circumstances, or I want to learn to let the trades run after partial profits. So what's your specific goal for this week? Yeah, stick to rules under all circumstances, or I want to learn let the trades run after we had partial profits. So what's your specific goal for this week? I'm looking forward to the result. Okay, so we have a couple of running trades. Actually, it's Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. We are in profit with 62 points. So we made partial profits. Stop loss is not in the profit right now, but if you want to feel safe trailing the stop, trailing into profit, it's a kind of difficult for the moment. Yeah, but because there is a contrary trend, guys, and it's this, not this. It's this move, correction, move, correction, which means we have a contrary trend, which means we can open maybe a pending order at this point too, to speculate that the trend will go down. So, or you can close the trade and can open a new trade. It's just up to you. In MetaTrader, you can make a kind of hedging, and then you can trail your stop loss, or you can open a position there, but keep the other trade running. Yeah, but the trend is still valid on the upper side for the long trend, because this is the trend we are riding for the moment. It's this, and there was no trend continuation, just a correction, and this correction goes deeper and works in its own trend. Yeah, so we don't know what happens on the right side now. We don't know, we cannot know, by the way. So both things are possible, that we see this or we see this. We don't know. So this is what I'm talking about when I say listen to the chart. It's a downtrend. You can make a kind of hedging, but you have to manage your trade in this case. So then Euro British pound. Yeah, it's not working for us, by the way. So the main trend is still facing upwards. So we got out here with our long trade. It was a profitable trade. So, and now we have a downtrend. By the way, the uptrend was not broken because there was no close, by the way. So the uptrend is still valid, by the way. So, and now we have this kind of, you see, so that's the second trend arm. So we did it first time, I trailed the stop, got out. I did it again here, and this trade is still running. So my fault in this way was that I have forgotten to make a partial profit here, because we have a close below the last 0.2, and now we are in the third trend arm, by the way. Yeah, so just wait what happens on the right side of the chart. I let it go for the moment. I let it go. Swiss franc Japanese yen is also not running for us. It was in profit. And here you see how important it is to make your partial profits. So that was the first chart here. And that was the second one. And here we had a trend continuation at this point too. Yeah. So, and normally if you have a close above and the price is not going further, then make a partial profit here. Yeah. So, and this I missed. So actually a little bit in loss. So just wait. I don't intervene. Stop loss is below the last 0.3. Everything can happen. I don't know on the right side. Just let it go. Then Euro Canadian dollar is better one. Another proof that is so important to just let it go. Yeah. And I trailed this profit far away because I want to ride the trend. So, and this is the trend. That was the first trend arm. That was the second one. So we made partial profits here. And there was a close. And here we go. Actually, no trend continuation. Maybe now a second partial profit, and now we're going up. So if we will have a close above list last 0.2, then we can trail the stop to list 0.3, and then we are free. It's up to you if you trail your soft stop there at the 0.3 or your hard stop. It's just up to you. So I used to work with the soft stop, mental stop, and leave my stop loss, the real stop loss, below the previous 0.3, not the current 0.3. There I used to work with soft stops to avoid this kind of spikes. You know, sometimes you got out with the spikes and then you have to look when the trade is running and running and running. And this is really annoying. So it's a good idea. But for that, you have to handle your money management, that you don't, that you don't get emotionally in your trading. This is very important. So that's the running trades. In Euro, Japanese yen, we got out with a profit. It was a kind of zero game. Yeah. So here we go. We made everything fine. So that was the trend. There was the entry. Yeah. It was my fault because partial profit at the 0.2 a little bit higher. So I got here and with the rest at the 0.3. Okay, it was a kind of zero game. It's fine, no loss. That's really important. If you have a better exit with the first partial profit, then you had a winner. Okay, so that's the running trades. Now let's go to my trading ideas for today. And let's start with Euro Australian dollar, by the way. In daily chart, don't forget it. Yeah, this is the trend. And we are on the second trend arm. So on Friday, we saw another balance candle. So I have an entry here, a little bit higher probabilities on my side. Then Australian dollar, Swiss franc. Be careful, guys. We have two trades here, actually. And first trend on, second one. But on the right side, we have a short trend. And this is this one. So next correction in short. Definitely, you don't have an open trade. So don't work against the leading trend. Main trend will break here, close. But the next correction must be ours. Australian dollar, Swiss franc. Australian dollar, US dollar, difficult because we are close to break the trend. So that's the first trend arm. Here was the second. And basically we are waiting for the correction, but now the correction is working with the 0.3. So we are close to break the trend. If you have a close, yeah, then the trend is over. We don't have a trend on the right side of the chart. If you get to see a balance candle or a spike, then we can maybe assume that the price will go up again. On my watch list. Then British pound, Japanese yen, also very interesting. Yeah, but very deep in a correction also. Move, correction, move, reaching point control in the correction. So just waiting. It's a second trend arm, by the way, just waiting for a balance candle, and then we can try it again. British pound, Australian dollar, a bit too late for the moment. That's really, that was sad, because this is the trend. So that's the point two here, actually, where the price is right now, deep in a correction. Yeah, and maybe a opportunity after the break, after the changing of the color was an entry, or with the last balance candle here was an entry. So I'm too late because the price is actually at the point of point two, and we are trading away from point of control. So if you are not in, I don't jump into the market, never. I don't jump on the running train, of course not. So just wait. If we will see a close, then we have to let it go. If we will see just not a close, just a spike, yeah, then let's see if we can have a next chance for the next correction. Or maybe we can speculating above the spike with an entry, yeah? Could be interesting. So I have it on my watch list. Let's check it at 11 o'clock in the Trader's Yacht Room. So yeah, that's my trading ideas for today. In daily chart, there are nothing else we can do, just in 4-hourly chart. And in DAX 10 minutes, now we are waiting maybe for a kind of recovery. Maybe this will happen tomorrow, just waiting for a trend which is facing upwards. So you can follow this show in a Trader's Yacht Room for the rest of the day if you want. So that's the trading ideas for today. And my question for you today was, and I want to, yeah, I'm Azedine from Morocco. Wonderful, good day here in our morning briefing show. Very welcome here. Okay, so my question for you today was, what are your trading goals for this week? Why I insist in this question every morning, by the way, every Monday. Yeah, it's really easy. If you don't have a goal, you don't have a plan. And if you don't have a plan in trading, you will never become successful. This is so important. Why is it? Yeah, we have this lack of control on the right side of the chart. You have no guarantee on the right side of the chart. So you don't know what happens next, even in the next 5 minutes or 1 minute. You don't know where the price is going. So therefore, if you don't have guarantees, you need a strategy. But the question is, when do you want to become successful finally? And your success is not depending from the money you make with it. Your success is sticking to the rules and follow your plan. This is what counts for success in trading. So why is it so important to have a plan? You don't know what happens next. So the thing is, to say just let it go, it's a very challenging thing as a trader, because as human traders, we always interpret what happens on the right side of the chart. So therefore, it's better not to interpret. It's better to read and to listen to the chart, not to interpret. This is what you have to learn in trading. And therefore, you need a date. You need literally a date when you want to become successful with trading. It's not, again, it's not depending on money. Making money is a logical consequence of sticking to your rules and following your plan and let it go. The money is a logical consequence of doing a proper job as a private trader. And as long as you fail, the money you earn is just a coincidence. And with coincidence, you cannot become successful in the long run. So it's really important to stick to the rules under all circumstances, but also just in heaven's sake, let it go. If you have a partial profit at the 0.2 or with a close, depending where you start the trade, yeah, then just trail the stop at the 0.3 and let it go. You don't know how many trend arms the trend will make. Yeah, you don't know how many trend arms. Sometimes it's just the third one. Sometimes it's just a fourth one. Sometimes you can trail the stop, but you have to listen. And the correction sometimes is running its own trend. So open a new position by hedging, for example, or close the one, open the next one. It's just always the same. But let it go. You need this experience for your mindset and subconsciousness, that you have this awareness that it really works. And you know, we have in DAX 10 minutes, for example, we have lovely trades, very, very well trades last week. Why is it? Following the rules and let the trade run. This is why we made 171 pips or 140 or 121. This is following and let it go. This is what we have to do. My long-term goal is to specialize for DAX 40. That's the worst thing ever. I know this. I was a specialist in DAX 2 years ago. To be a specialist for one market is the worst thing you can ever do. You can never become a specialist. Why? The DAX is just a name. You can replace it with other names like gold, Dow Jones, whatever. There is no specification for a single trade, because in the order book, it's just the price and the volume. Why you want to become a specialist for DAX 40? That's the worst thing ever. If you want to become a specialist, then you have to control what you want to specialize. You can never become. That's the worst thing ever. Don't do it. Follow the rules, and you can follow the rules in every underlying. Doesn't matter if you trade the shares or Forex or futures. Everything starts and ends in the order book. And there is just only price and volume. You can be a specialist, yes, in following your rules, but not in DAX 40. That's the worst thing ever. But you can figure it out by yourself. Just up to you. Thanks for listening. We will see each other tomorrow. I hope so. Thanks for your attention. And as always, have courage and be kind, and may the